Now also in Washington to the growing controversy over what was a secret CIA program to assassinate key Al-Qaeda members, a plan that was put in place after 9/11. Today, some members of Congress are demanding an investigation into why the program was kept secret from them, reportedly on direct orders from former Vice President Dick Cheney. Our chief foreign affairs correspondent Andrea Mitchell in our Washington newsroom with details tonight. Andrea, good evening.
Good evening, Brian. Former officials tell NBC News that the secret program that has created tonight's firestorm involved an order by President Bush after 9/11 authorizing the CIA to assassinate Al-Qaeda leaders even outside of war zones like Afghanistan.
I want you all to know.
After 9/11, the commander-in-chief made no secret of his determination to hunt down Osama bin Laden and other Al-Qaeda leaders in their caves.
There's an old poster out west, as I recall, that said wanted, dead or alive.
But now former CIA officers say the agency had elaborate plans to create hit squads to kill bin Laden and his associates at close range, outside of war zones. In fact, anywhere in the world.
Obviously, killing people with a Predator and a Hellfire missile is an assassination, but there's something about crossing the red line is when you use a pistol and a suppressor or poison that it becomes much more face-to-face an assassination.
Former officials say congressional leaders knew George Bush had signed an order to kill Al-Qaeda leaders. And in December 2001, NBC News reported that the president had lifted a ban on assassinations dating to the Ford and Reagan years to go after the 9/11 terrorists and even their bankers. The rationale, in wartime, it's self-defense.
We will use.
In fact, President Clinton had reached the same decision after U.S. embassies in Africa were bombed in 1998, on his watch.
The ban that was put in effect under President Ford only applies to heads of state. It doesn't apply to terrorists.
But former officials say the Bush plan, which was never fully implemented, went further. And on Vice President Cheney's orders, no one told Congress.
The very real concern by the CIA is that if you notify Congress too soon, inevitably it will leak. And that once it leaks, then any attempt to try and implement that program is gone.
Tonight, one current official told NBC News, when did it become sinful to think about ways of taking out top terrorists? Still, the CIA is now reeling under the threat of 4 separate investigations into past secrets, investigations that many say could virtually cripple the agency. Brian?
Andrea Mitchell in our Washington newsroom with the latest on this. Andrea, thanks.